Good morning, Carol Rain here, and I'm bringing you my joy of the day, which is, by the way, I happen to be at Patty and Joe's house, my dear and precious friends, and I had a sleepover with Patty, because Joe went to go see Journey and Def Leppard, and I don't know what else. Who else was there, Joe?
Cheap Trick.
Cheap Trick. Don't know any of their songs.
I
Yes,
will
you
be the
do.
flame.
Yes, Patty's the flame. Okay, so my gift to them is making my very special granola. So I'm going to turn the camera down here as I show you how to make my granola. So here we go. All right, Trader Joe's has the most phenomenal oats that are gluten-free
Why do the other
and organic. And we need 4 cups of oats.
Syrup.
So I kind of wing it a little bit. This is 3/4 of a cup, but you know what? That's totally fine. I'm just going to do 4 of these and then 1 more, and then we should have the proper amount. I love the sound of the neighbor's lawnmower because you know what? I don't get that sound anywhere. In California, you really don't have lawnmowers. You have lawn blowers. Okay? Because nobody sweeps anymore. No. Nobody sweeps. They just blow it over to the neighbors, and then the neighbor blows it to the other neighbor. Okay, now, coconut. I like to use unsweetened coconut because I don't like artificial flavors. That is what makes this granola so fantastic, is that all the flavors are natural. And I need 1, well, you know what? This stuff you can kind of eyeball. So, do you like a lot of this stuff?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to put in 1 whole cup of coconut flakes for Patty and Joe, since they like it. And the truth of the matter is, you can put anything in here that you want, and you would just have to adjust the, all you would have to do is adjust the wet ingredients, which I'll show you soon. And then the nuts that you want to put in are about 1.5 cups. And I like to use the raw pecans. And sometimes I just use the pecans, and sometimes I might have a variety of other nuts. And so today I'm going to use primarily pecans. And then you guys can talk. You know, this is a family affair.
Okay.
And then Patty, I love those roasted sunflower seeds
Oh yeah, we get those.
that we had last night on her most delicious kale salad, which I'm going to make for my mom. My going away dinner. Perfect. All right. So you know what? I'm just going to sprinkle some. It doesn't really matter.
Oh.
I mean, you want the
It's
proportion.
more art than
You know, it is art. You got it. Absolutely, Joe. And you know, you want to have fun with it, really. And you just want to make sure you have enough wet ingredients. So, you know what else I need, Joe?
half cup of coffee.
Well, that would be fantastic. I love coffee with some of your milk. But I do need a little salt, and I need some cinnamon. And then we're good to go.
I need a diet.
Would you like kosher salt or
Patty needs a Diet Coke. I'm drinking coffee without my cream.
kosher or table salt?
Oh, I think kosher salt.
Yeah, I do too.
We want to get fancy,
What else
folks.
did you say you wanted?
Cinnamon.
Oh, cinnamon.
I mean, I say go all out when you're making something that you love, because this is what makes life joyful, is when you do things that are normal everyday things and you think, oh, I'm just going to go grab some granola at Lund's or wherever, right?
No.
For sure.
Where do you do that? Trader Joe's? No, we're going to make our own granola because it'll be so much more delicious and nutritious. Because nothing that you can get in the store, unless it's made, you know, local, is going to have the same delicious tastes. Okay, then, so I put in a little bit of kosher salt. My apologies. This is my first time doing a cooking show.
I think you're ready for the next food.
You think so?
Oh my god, could you imagine?
You're very.
My mom actually
It'd be
thinks.
so good.
Well, this is good. I brought my belly to the party. Why not? Okay, so a little cinnamon. And I just, you know, I don't even measure it. I just kind of little dabble do it. What do you say about that? A little dabble do it.
Love it.
I'm making a piece of art. Cheers, coffee in the morning at your friend's house after a sleepover. This is fantastic. Oh, and by the way, I should tell you that Patty is over there. She's just made monkey bread, which I've never had and I can hardly wait. Now something's going into the blender. I think it's lemon ricotta pancakes. So we are about to have a feast. All right, now for the wet ingredients, because this is all I'm going to do. Actually, I did bring some fresh blueberries. It's blueberry season here in Minnesota. I'm not going to add these right away. So there's a couple things that you can do with these. I was thinking I usually buy dried. And most of the ingredients for my granola I get at Trader Joe's, and they have lovely dried blueberries. They just have a really beautiful color. So I was thinking, I've never done it before, but putting the blueberries on a tray by themselves, spreading them out, and roasting them maybe at 200 for maybe an hour or something, or until they actually were dried. But you know, it's just as easy to bake the granola and put fresh blueberries on top of it with your yogurt or whatever you want. So we'll leave those there. Now I need half a cup of coconut oil. And I might put just a teeny bit more because I put a little bit more of the dry ingredients in. So when I said you might want to just shift the ingredients if you put more dry ingredients in there than you normally would. And I just need a half a cup, but this is actually a 3/4 of a cup. So I'm not going to fill it up all the way. So there, got it in there. And you can't put this in the microwave, can you?
What?
This metal thing.
No.
All right.
You blow up the house.
So we're going to improvise and put it in this one. It's so warm in Minnesota. It's like almost actually melted. All right. And where's your beautiful microwave? Oh, there it is. Now, people that know me know I don't really use microwaves, but I will use a microwave for something like this because I just will. 15 seconds. Start.
It's on buttermilk mode.
Buttermilk mode.
Melt.
What does that mean?
It's just designed to be able to melt better.
That'll be perfect.
Oh, really? I didn't know. Oh, here we go. Oops, people, I'm spilling. I had a low battery message. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to spread it here.
That's the coconut oil.
This is the coconut oil. And then I take, Patty and Joe got some pure maple syrup, which I highly recommend. Maple syrup, better than anything. Honey can get really sticky.
You wouldn't recommend Aunt Jemima.
Aunt Jemima would be absolutely no, in my book. Now, if you made it yourself, you could, but you know what you're putting in there? Cornstarch and a lot of toxins. So if you're going to make healthy granola, I say use the best of the best. Otherwise, just go buy it at Trader Joe's. So we're going to pour that in there. I have my salt. And just mix it. And when you mix it, you'll be able to tell if you need to put a little bit more of the maple syrup or the coconut oil, because you know you want everything to be nice and saturated with it. I actually have eaten this completely raw, and it's really delicious. So I'll have you both take a little test. Okay, don't make that face, Joe.
Raw.
Raw granola. It's actually delicious.
I feel like the oats would like just get stuck in your mouth.
They could. Are you up for the adventure, Joe? I mean, you did see Def Leppard last night. Do you think you could handle a
Yeah.
spoonful of this?
I'm adventurous.
Okay.
You say adventure, you think Joe.
You think?
Sounds like a
Joe.
shot, but it
Joe.
actually is true.
Not a shot.
All right. Patty, you're not going to be as adventurous?
No, Joe can be the one.
Okay, Joe's the one.
Am I on right
Maybe
now?
with your spoon?
A spoon.
There you go.
Thank you, my dear. Okay, I think as a chef, you should always taste your concoctions. Very delicious. I maybe could use a little more salt.
Try. Well, I don't need a heaping spoonful.
Yeah, you do. You gotta get all the flavors.
That's good.
See? So I'm gonna put a little bit more cinnamon in there and a little bit more salt. I've never used kosher salt before. I think it's
I
wonderful.
think you'll like it better because, it's got the bigger...
Yeah, and I like it. It actually balances out the flavor a little bit more. And I'm just, do we have it? Well, I'm gonna pour a little bit more of this in there. Okay. All right. So the only other thing is you put the oven on 325 and you spread this out. This is kind of a lot, and so you might want to use 2 cookie sheets. And just make sure that you watch it. It only takes 12 minutes, or 12, and then you look at it, and I think 12 more. So you just want to really watch it closely because it's hard sometimes to tell that it's gotten golden brown, and then all of a sudden it's just too brown. And then once it's finished and you've kind of moved it around on the tray, you just leave it on the cookie sheet on the counter on the stove for maybe a half an hour, and then it's completely done. Then you add your fruit if you want to add a dry fruit. It's not highly recommended to, and I've done it before, but it gets really, it's like crunchy. If I were to put the dry blueberries that you've had in this before, and I baked it with the granola, it's just, it has no give. It's like the berries kind of get stuck in your teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I have opted to. I just like how beautiful it looks when you're putting the fruit in there too, but that it doesn't. As far as eating, it's not the greatest. And I wouldn't necessarily, because I was thinking, okay, well, we're baking this. Should I just put these in there? But then that would be too juicy, and you don't want granola that isn't crispy.
No.
You want your granola to have some crunch.
So put that in after.
Yeah, to put that in after. So that's my joy for this very morning, this very beautiful morning, Saturday morning at Patty and Joe's. Okay, well, on that note, I hope you're having a beautiful day and spread joy forward. Bye-bye.